What if I told you that most students don't fail because they're lazy? They fail because they're distracted. Not by one big mistake, but by thousands of tiny decisions. The extra hour of scrolling before bed, the lecture they skip because they're too tired, the workout they'll start next Monday, the skill they'll learn someday. And before they realize it, college is over. 4 years gone. No skills, no direction, no confidence, no real transformation. The scary part? Most students don't even notice it happening, because life doesn't usually fall apart all at once. It drifts apart slowly, one wasted day at a time. But here's the good news. The same process works in reverse. Just a few small habits can completely transform your college experience. Not in a week, not in a month, but over the next few years. And by the end of this video, you'll have a complete blueprint for changing your life in college. The invisible trap of college. When people imagine college, they think about opportunity, freedom, friends, experiences, growth. And they're right. College can be one of the best periods of your life. But there's another side nobody talks about. For the first time, you're responsible for yourself. Nobody forces you to study. Nobody forces you to sleep on time. Nobody forces you to exercise. Nobody forces you to build skills. And that's exactly why so many students struggle. Because freedom without discipline becomes chaos. Imagine 2 students entering college on the same day. Same age, same classes, same opportunities. After 4 years, one has strong grades, great communication skills, a healthy body, valuable experience, and confidence. The other barely graduates and feels completely lost. What happened? The difference wasn't intelligence, it was daily habits. Your life is made of days. People want dramatic transformations. They want a life-changing book, a life-changing course, a life-changing motivational video. But life doesn't change in moments. Life changes in days. And days are built from routines. If you improve your daily routine, you improve your life. If you ruin your daily routine, you slowly ruin your future. Which brings us to the first habit. Fix your morning. Let's be honest. How do most students start their mornings? The alarm rings, they hit snooze. 5 minutes become 30. They grab their phone, Instagram, YouTube, WhatsApp, more scrolling, more scrolling, more scrolling, and before they even leave their bed, their mind is already exhausted. The day didn't start with purpose, it started with distraction. Now compare that to a different morning. You wake up, you drink water, you make your bed, you move your body, you plan your day. Same person, same 24 hours, completely different outcome. Because the first hour often determines the direction of the next 16. Why consistent wake-up times matter. Most students sleep at random times. Midnight today, 2 a.m. tomorrow, 4 a.m. on weekends. Then they wonder why they're always tired. Your brain loves consistency. A regular wake-up time improves energy, focus, mood, productivity, sleep quality. Success often begins with mastering the simplest things, and waking up consistently is one of them. The social media trap. Let's talk about something uncomfortable. Social media. Most students check their phones hundreds of times every day. Not because they need to, because they've trained themselves to. Every notification feels important. Every video feels interesting. Every scroll feels harmless. But here's the problem. The average student doesn't lose 1 hour. They lose thousands. Think about that. Thousands of hours. Hours that could have been spent learning, building, creating, growing. Instead, they're consumed by content they'll forget tomorrow. Social media isn't evil, but unconscious use is dangerous. Use technology. Don't let technology use you. The power of movement. A lot of students think exercise is about looking good. It's not. That's only a small part of it. Exercise changes your mood, your confidence, your discipline, your energy, your mental health. Imagine 2 students. One wakes up and exercises. The other wakes up and scrolls. Who do you think will have more energy during class? Who will feel more confident? Who will be mentally stronger during difficult times? The answer is obvious. Your body affects your mind more than you realize. The 3-priority rule. Most people don't plan their day. They react to it. Messages arrive, notifications appear, assignments pop up, and suddenly the day is gone. Instead, ask yourself one question every morning. What are the 3 most important things I need to do today? That's it. 3 priorities. Not 20, not 30, 3. If you complete those 3 things consistently, your life starts moving forward. The compound effect. Here's something most students underestimate. Small actions compound, just like money. One workout doesn't change your body. One study session doesn't make you an expert. One book doesn't make you wise, but hundreds do. Success isn't about intensity, it's about consistency. The students who transform their lives aren't always the most talented. They're simply the most consistent. Part 2. Skills, fitness, communication, and friends. The biggest lie students believe. Many students believe something dangerous. If I get good grades, everything will work out. Unfortunately, that's no longer true. Good grades help, but they're not enough. The world rewards value, and value comes from skills. Why skills are the new currency. Imagine 2 graduates. Graduate A has excellent grades. Graduate B has decent grades, but can communicate well, edit videos, use AI tools, build projects, and solve real-world problems. Who gets more opportunities? Usually graduate B, because skills create value, and value creates opportunities. This is why college should not only be about passing exams, it should be about becoming useful. Pick one skill. One of the biggest mistakes students make is trying to learn everything. Programming, design, marketing, trading, content creation, public speaking, and eventually they master nothing. Instead, choose one skill. 1. Then spend 1 hour every day improving it. A year later, you'll be shocked by your progress. Build your body. Let's talk about fitness. Not six-pack fitness, not influencer fitness, real fitness, the kind that improves your life. Many students treat their body like a machine that never breaks. Late nights, junk food, no movement, constant stress. Then they wonder why they feel tired all the time. Your body is the vehicle carrying you through life. Take care of it. The confidence effect. Something incredible happens when you get stronger. You begin trusting yourself. You prove to yourself that you can set goals and achieve them. Every workout becomes evidence. Evidence that you're becoming disciplined. Evidence that you're growing. Evidence that you're capable. Confidence doesn't come from positive thinking. It comes from keeping promises to yourself. Communication changes everything. Imagine you have amazing ideas, but you can't explain them. Imagine you're intelligent, but you're afraid to speak. Imagine you're talented, but nobody notices. That's the cost of poor communication.
Communication is one of the highest paying skills in the world. Not because words are powerful, because people are. And communication is how we connect with people. How to improve communication. Read more, speak more, write more, present more, practice more. Most students avoid communication because they're afraid of embarrassment, but every great speaker started as a beginner. Confidence is built through repetition, not perfection. Your friends shape your future. This may be the most important section in the entire video. Look around. Who do you spend the most time with? Because their habits are slowly becoming yours. If your friends constantly complain, you'll complain more. If your friends constantly improve themselves, you'll improve too. Environment is powerful, far more powerful than motivation. The crab bucket effect. Have you ever noticed something strange? Sometimes when people start improving, others try to pull them back. You start exercising, they laugh. You start studying, they mock you. You start building skills, they call you obsessed. Why? Because your growth reminds them of their inaction. Don't let other people's limitations become your limits. Find your tribe. You don't need hundreds of friends, you need a few good ones. People who encourage growth, people who challenge you, people who celebrate your progress, people who inspire action. One strong circle can change the direction of your life. End of part 2 transition. By now, you've learned how routines, skills, fitness, communication, and friendships can completely transform your college experience. But there are still 3 powerful areas left: the difference between consuming and creating, the money skills nobody teaches in college, and the role spirituality plays in building a meaningful life. Because changing your life isn't just about becoming successful, it's about becoming fulfilled. And that's where the final part begins. Part 3: Creation, Money, Spirituality, and the Complete College Transformation. The difference between winners and spectators. Let's start with a simple question. When you open your phone, what do you usually do? Do you create or do you consume? Most people spend their lives watching videos, watching other people succeed, watching other people travel, watching other people build businesses, watching other people become fit, watching other people live the life they want. And without realizing it, they become spectators in their own lives. The internet has given us unlimited access to information, but it has also created a new problem. Many people confuse consumption with progress. Watching a productivity video is not productivity. Watching a fitness video is not fitness. Watching a business video is not building a business. Information can inspire you, but only action can transform you. Create more than you consume. Imagine 2 students. The first student watches YouTube for 2 hours every day. The second student spends those same 2 hours creating. Maybe they're writing, maybe they're coding, maybe they're editing videos, maybe they're building a project, maybe they're starting a small business. At the end of one day, the difference is invisible. At the end of 1 month, the difference is small. At the end of 1 year, the difference is massive. Because creation compounds. Every project teaches a lesson. Every mistake builds experience. Every attempt increases skill. The creator gets better. The consumer gets entertained. The portfolio advantage. Here's something many students don't realize. Employers don't just care about what you know, they care about what you've done. Imagine you're applying for a job. One candidate says, "I know video editing." Another candidate says, "Here's my portfolio of 100 videos." Who gets the opportunity? The answer is obvious. The same principle applies everywhere. Programmers build projects. Writers publish articles. Designers create designs. Content creators upload content. Entrepreneurs launch ideas. Don't wait until you're perfect. Start creating now. Your first project will be bad. Your 10th project will be better. Your 100th project may change your life.
The fear of starting. Many students never create because they're afraid. Afraid of judgment, afraid of failure, afraid of embarrassment, afraid of not being good enough. But think about it. Every expert was once a beginner. Every successful creator once had 0 followers. Every entrepreneur once had 0 customers. Every speaker once feared public speaking. The goal isn't to avoid being bad. The goal is to be bad long enough to become good. Money, the subject college often ignores. Let's talk about something that affects almost every decision in life. Money. For years, students learn mathematics, science, history, literature, but very few are taught how money actually works, and that creates problems later. Many graduates earn money for the first time without knowing how to manage it. As a result, they overspend, they save nothing, they live paycheck to paycheck, they become trapped financially, not because they are unintelligent, because nobody taught them. Money is a tool. Some people think money is everything. Others think money doesn't matter. Both views are wrong. Money is a tool that gives you choices, the ability to help your family, the ability to invest in yourself, the ability to handle emergencies, the ability to create freedom. The goal isn't to worship money. The goal is to understand it. The power of saving early. Imagine 2 students. One starts saving and investing small amounts at age 20. The other waits until 30. The first student has a huge advantage, not because they invested more, because they started earlier. Time is one of the most powerful forces in finance. Small amounts invested consistently can become surprisingly large over the years. That's why learning money skills early matters. Develop income-producing skills. Many students ask, how do I earn more money? A better question is, how do I become more valuable? Money often follows value. The more problems you can solve, the more opportunities you'll have. Skills such as communication, programming, marketing, sales, design, content creation, AI literacy can create opportunities for freelancing, entrepreneurship, and career growth. Instead of constantly asking how to make money, focus on becoming someone who creates value. The money often follows. The missing piece, spirituality. Now we arrive at something that many people ignore, something that becomes increasingly important as life progresses. Spirituality. Not necessarily religion, not rituals, not dogma, something deeper, the relationship you have with yourself. The problem with modern life. We live in a world of constant stimulation. Notifications, videos, messages, news, entertainment, noise. For many people, silence has become uncomfortable. They are constantly distracted, constantly occupied, constantly stimulated. Yet despite having more entertainment than any generation before them, many people feel anxious, restless, and disconnected. Why? Because external stimulation cannot replace internal peace. The success paradox. Many people spend years chasing success. A better job, more money, more status, more achievements. And sometimes they achieve those goals. But then something surprising happens. They still feel empty. Why? Because external success and internal fulfillment are not the same thing. You can have achievements without peace. You can have money without happiness. You can have recognition without purpose. That is why spirituality matters.
Learning to be alone. One of the most valuable skills you can develop is the ability to sit quietly with your own thoughts. No phone, no music, no distractions. Just you. Many people avoid this because they fear what they'll discover, but self-awareness begins in silence. When you spend time reflecting, you begin to understand what matters to you, what doesn't, what kind of life you want, what kind of person you want to become. Without reflection, it's easy to spend years climbing the wrong ladder. Gratitude changes perspective. Human beings naturally focus on what they lack. The better phone, the better grades, the better body, the better opportunities, the better life. But gratitude shifts your attention. Instead of focusing on what's missing, you begin appreciating what's already present. Your health, your education, your family, your opportunities, your ability to improve. Gratitude doesn't eliminate ambition. It prevents ambition from becoming dissatisfaction. Purpose over pleasure. Many students spend college chasing pleasure, entertainment, comfort, convenience, temporary excitement, but meaningful lives are built on purpose. Purpose often requires effort, discomfort, growth, responsibility. The strange thing is that purpose creates deeper happiness than comfort ever can. The most fulfilling moments in life rarely come from consuming. They come from creating, contributing, learning, growing, helping, becoming. The 3 enemies of transformation. Before we finish, let's discuss 3 habits that quietly destroy potential. Enemy number 1, endless scrolling. Every scroll feels harmless, but together they consume years of your life. Imagine someone offered you a choice. Would you trade 1 year of your life for random videos? Probably not. Yet many people do exactly that without realizing it. Protect your attention, because where your attention goes, your life follows. Enemy number 2, procrastination. Most people think action creates motivation. The truth is often the opposite. Motivation follows action. You don't feel motivated and then start. You start and then become motivated. The hardest part of any task is usually the beginning. Once you begin, momentum takes over. Enemy number 3, comparison. Social media has made comparison easier than ever. You compare your beginning to someone else's middle, your struggles to their highlights, your reality to their edited life. And as a result, you feel inadequate. But everyone has a different journey, a different timeline, a different set of challenges. The only comparison that truly matters is this. Are you improving? Are you becoming better than you were yesterday? If the answer is yes, you're moving in the right direction. The college transformation formula. If you remember nothing else from this video, remember this.
Every day, invest in 4 areas. 1 hour fitness, build a stronger body, increase energy, improve confidence, develop discipline. 1 hour skill building, learn something valuable, create opportunities, become useful, develop expertise. 1 hour academics, master your coursework, build knowledge, prepare for future opportunities.
15 minutes of reflection or spirituality. Develop self-awareness. Find clarity. Reduce stress. Build inner peace. These small investments may seem insignificant, but repeated for years, they can completely transform your life. Final message. Imagine yourself 4 years from now, graduation day. You stand among hundreds of students. Everyone has a degree, but not everyone has transformed. Some students leave college exactly as they entered. Others leave stronger, wiser, healthier, more skilled, more confident, more self-aware. The difference won't be luck. The difference won't be talent. The difference will be the decisions they made every day when nobody was watching. The workouts, the books, the projects, the skills, the discipline, the reflection, the consistency. Your future is not created in one dramatic moment. It is created in the ordinary moments you repeat every day. So start small. Wake up on time. Exercise. Learn. Create. Reflect. Improve. Then do it again tomorrow. And the next day. And the next. Because one day, you'll look back and realize that the life you wanted wasn't built through a single breakthrough. It was built through thousands of small choices that slowly turned you into the person you were capable of becoming. Your college years can be the foundation of an extraordinary life. The question is not whether you have the potential. The question is whether you will use it. If you do, the next few years might not just change your college experience. They might change your entire future. Star and wish.